The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
And welcome to reviewparty.com, but it's spooky. I'm Spooky Brent.
I am Spooky Matt.
Matt's a little more theatrical with his spooky. But this is a show, it's usually funny. This week we're going to be scary.
Yeah.
It is that third annual Review Party Halloween Spooktacular. We're going to get spooky reviews from all over the internet and go, ah!
Yep. I'm going to strain my vocal cords screaming.
Exactly. I have a spooky personal anecdote.
Oh.
To get us started.
Fire away.
I was eating a meatball sub, and I was pretty excited to have the last meatball. You know, you kind of eat around the last meatball.
Yeah. You don't want too much bread.
Right. You just want that perfect meatball bite. And, of course, I must have pinched too hard. I got careless. The meatball shot out onto the floor.
Oh.
And 5-second rule, not even close to observed, it was gone.
Oh.
And it was a saucy little meatball, so you can't, it's picking up everything. It was all over.
No.
It was over. That was the scariest thing that happened to me in years.
That is awful.
I could have cried. Oh, good, I have some bread with sauce on it.
No one wants that.
To finish my meal.
What is this, the Dust Bowl? The Great Depression? Bread and sauce?
No, it's Halloween, and I have a review. Let's start with a Yelp this week.
Oh!
That's rare, right?
Yelp!
This Yelp review is for the Haunted Hoochie in Pataskala, Ohio.
Okay.
It is a haunted barn, a haunted house barn. I think it's supposed to be like, it's redneck Ohio themed haunted house.
Oh, no.
We have a review from Diana P. She's an Elite 2022. I could click on the profile and see how far it goes back, but I'm sure it's far. And she writes, this place kept popping up as a good haunted house to attend, so I finally decided to buy tickets this year. The price for a standard ticket was average compared to other places. We got there about 30 minutes early, and the line was already very long. So get there early. Employees in costumes are scaring people as they walk to the line, including a guy with a chainsaw. Super cool. In order to make this review easy to follow, I'll list what I did and didn't like. What I liked, the actual haunted house is huge. I kept thinking it was going to end soon, but it kept going. I really liked how different rooms had their own themes. I don't want to spoil what's inside, but they had some animatronics and effects that make it feel like you're tripping on drugs. I was blown away. The sensory overload was awesome. What I disliked, there's no way to put this kindly, but there are some tasteless people who attended this haunted house.
Oh.
So many people were smoking cigarettes or weed in line and blowing it on people. I reeked of weed afterwards. 2 guys actually peed in line. It was disgusting. There's music and videos to watch and listen to while you're waiting. But be aware there's a lot of conspiracy theory stuff.
Oh.
For example, there's this videos of the Twin Towers falling and text saying it was an inside job.
Oh.
The last thing I didn't like is the amount of people that you had to go inside with your group. I can't really blame them for this, though. They have to keep the line moving. So be aware that you'll constantly be butted up against other people while making your way through. Overall, would I recommend it? I would go if I was a teenager. As an adult, it wasn't scary. If anything, it was cool because of the creativity. They definitely did their best to use every inch of the space. 3 stars.
Wow. I feel like I was jostled back and forth on whose side I'm taking with this review.
there's a lot of information, a lot of details. That's the good part.
Let me start from what's at top of mind. Let's break this down so the review is easy to follow. That tells me one of two things. Either they're criticizing everyone else's reviews that suck, or just that normally my reviews, normally you can't follow my reviews, but this one, I've heard the complaints and I will adjust.
Normally
it's like beat poetry reading my reviews.
Normally my reviews are like a ship lost at sea in the 1500s. Being battered on every side by the waves of different sizes and negativity and or positivity. But today, I took community college reading class, and I will lay out for you what is good, what I did and what I didn't like.
I'm going to siphon it down to its purest essence.
I'm going to...
Now, the good is what every haunted house has. Rooms that have different themes.
Rooms that have stuff in them.
The clown room, there's the bathroom, the bath
you can
smells like
legally
poo-poo.
Pretend to trip on drugs.
Yeah, that's rad.
But if people are doing that outside...
Good point. Oh, yeah, I loved feeling like I was tripping on drugs, but the marijuana usage
But these people outside tripping on drugs were a real downer.
At the hoochie? How dare they?
Not the haunted hoochie, bro.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is the didn't like.
Not firing up a haunted hoochie in the line of the haunted hoochie before you go and pretend to be haunted hoochied.
You know, these unsavory types that I find myself thrust up against in Ohio. Have we been outside in Ohio? I have good haunted house experiences and bad ones as well. One I went to most recently, it was like free-flowing. There was no set order. You could just kind of wander.
An open video game-like space?
Yeah. So you could like go in loops on accident or on purpose, which was kind of cool. You only had I think the night we went, you only had a glow stick to light the space, and the monster actors would try and steal it from you. You had one stick per group.
That's not very nice.
And yeah, this one little witchy girl, she dragged me away. I wasn't letting go, but she dragged me away. And my group is like, yeah, he's gone, but I'm not going to lose the glow stick. But then another group of ne'er-do-wells tried to take did take our glow stick. And I was like, give us our glow stick back. And then they're all up against us. And on that occasion, a man was breathing in my face. He wasn't breathing cigarette smoke, just his breath. That was unsettling. So I know what a bad haunted house experience is like. They're trying to throw hands and stuff, as they say. This isn't fun. I don't want to be legitimately scared.
Yeah, this is just like uncomfortable situation, sir.
But even then, I wouldn't go to the callous level to say, how do I say this? But these people are awful.
What if they peed outside in front of you?
Then I'd be like, oh God, I need to get back to my suburbs where I feel more at home.
Yeah, there's no pee-peeing in line in your suburbs, huh?
No, we're too close to cornfields. People just go to the cornfields, pee there. We got haunted hikes and wagon rides.
Man, if you peed off the side of the wagon ride, I mean...
That'd be rad. Right.
That would certainly keep the ghouls away for at least a moment.
Keep them at bay. The conspiracy theories, though. I thought I knew what they were going to talk about. Like, oh, yeah, there's videos playing from horror movies, little trivia facts, little quiz questions.
Oh, they're just... they're like, it's really actually scary? Real conspiracy videos on YouTube.
9/11 was an inside job.
And their implications.
Oh, my goodness. I can't... And you're giving money to these people. Oh, no. Oh, no.
The hoochie's haunted, all right? The hoochie's haunted with impure thoughts.
Not in the way you want. This is unplanned. For those of you lucky few who this is your first episode of ReviewParty.com, welcome for the first thing. But you should know that Brent and I bring our reviews independent of each other. We don't know what the other's bringing. It's part of the appeal, the surprise.
All right, you get our real reactions along with yourself.
So let me, if we're done with
Sure, we can take a step away from the fucking piss pile that is Haunted Hoochie.
In that case, let me read this Amazon review for a costume. It's the Music Legs Sexy Bad Habit Nun costume. I can send you a picture. Just one moment. Here's this beauty.
Certainly some bad habits going on here.
Yeah, feel free to describe if you wish.
Yeah, for the audience, I guess to put it plainly, this is a sexy nun outfit. There's quite a bit of crosses that look like they're swords embroidered onto her.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the crosses covers the sleeve. I think that's pretty tasteful. Maybe a good habit. But yeah, sexy nun. It's just a sexy nun outfit.
Yeah, okay. This Amazon review comes to us from Tess of the Twins Plus One. They titled their review, Great Costume. And again, let's all remember what this item is when we hear this first line.
Costume.
This first line. Looked really sharp on my teen. What I liked is that the costume fit well and covered all that needs covering. She is not allowed to look, quote, hoochie ever. And this came across as provocative rather than the usual female costume that is sexualizing the female. She wears women's size 10 and this size fit perfectly, but she did need to wear shorts underneath just to feel covered enough.
I fucking hope she did.
I admit the price was high for our family budget, but this teen helped with the price. 5 stars.
No.
Hard swallow.
No. That's the scary shit that we
right?
have featured on this website.
Obviously, I went to that because it's the second review mentioning hoochie, just in a completely different context.
It's just, hoochie gets around.
We should use the word more often. It's so flexible.
Hoochie's like the F word.
Yeah, when I saw this, I don't know how many people are looking at sexy Amazon costumes, looking at the reviews on the sexy Amazon section. But I can tell you, it's not someplace I tread often, but every now and then I'm looking for a saucy review. What I did not expect to see was, look really sharp on my teen.
Just look sharp. That costume is not sharp to me. That is not the word. I love, if someone said I'm looking sharp.
I feel pretty good.
I feel good. I feel like that means well put together.
Yeah.
It looks like it fits you well. It's edgy, but in none of the bad ways. It's edgy and you got sort of a cool edge to you.
It's all, it's all coming together.
Yeah. And this costume, everything's all coming out.
Yeah.
The only thing covered is your forearms because the gloves are weird and long.
And the top of your head because you have a little habit.
Elbow fetishes will not bother you. In this one, but yeah, there's a lot going on for a teenager to be wearing this one.
And the teen helped buy it. What?
So it was an investment. She's teaching her how to invest.
I have a strange part 2 to this review, actually.
Sure.
Because this intrigued me. What type of family would be like this? I clicked on the Test of the Twins Plus One and found a separate review. This is a review for women's swimsuit, beach cover-up, swimwear, chiffon, long kimono, cardigan, bathing suit, summer, beach dress, bikini, beachwear. It's a cover-up for the beach.
It's for the beach. God damn it.
This time, Tess of the Twins Plus One titles the review, Mom Loved It. And writes, my mom was going to wear her bathrobe to the beach, so I purchased this for her. My mom picks light, neutral accessories for her home, so I thought she would like the white. The lace adds a refined vibe. She loved it and it looked very nice on her. I would not hesitate to purchase it again. 5 stars. This family just gives me the ick.
Hey mom, don't wear your dorky back robe, but wear this dorky towel shirt.
But I don't know. I'm getting creepy vibes.
You're getting creepy. Not Addams Family. Not fun creepy.
Not fun. Not whimsical creepy. Just I don't know. They stare at themselves in the mirror all the time and say,
"Sure,
look sharp."
You're worried about the self-image lessons that they're teaching each other here.
Yeah, this looks good on your body. This looks sharp on you.
Just whiffs floating around a retail store, telling each other they look good in different things. Terrifying.
So bad.
I have some of the best whimsy that you can have right here in front of me.
I need some whimsy.
Some whimsy. Well, I got it in droves. Here I got Spooky Buddies on Amazon. This is, that's right, Disney's Hair Bud spinoff. The Buddies, where it's instead of one large golden retriever who can do tricks, it is many small golden retrievers that can do tricks. And this is the spooky one. Marguerite Papa titles their review, Spooky Buddies are great. There's a liberal use of exclamation points that I'll try my best to capture.
I'm excited.
Through my slight stuffy nose here. Another adventure for the Goldens. Really great episode. Every time you watch, it makes you want to watch again. Over and over. You get a kick out of watching it. The twist is great. Scary, like it should be, but all ends well. Love it. Especially the Monster Mash song. Really catchy. You find yourself singing it well after the movie, and it just makes you think of the movie and wanting to watch it again.
What?
Granddaughter loves it. 5 stars.
What? The only there's maybe 1 or 2 songs that when I hear, no, even then, like the only song that I can think of that makes me maybe want to watch a movie is White Christmas. But
what
even
movie does it
then,
make you want to watch?
Even if I'm thinking of another Christmas movie, Love Actually, if I'm thinking of God Only Knows, classic Beach Boys tune, I might think of Love Actually, but I won't think, I am compelled to watch Love Actually. If I hear the Monster Mash, I'm just like, heck yeah, it's jam time.
Heck yeah, I am jamming. That is the only thought in my head.
Honestly, I'm with Dracula. What happened to the Transylvania twist? We gotta get to the bottom of this. But holy cow, you've been mind warped.
You know what song came up in my head is when I hear the song, I think of the movie, it makes me want to watch it. Hippie Hippie Shave with Angels in the Outfield. They do a montage. I don't even know if that song's called Hippie Hippie Shave, whatever that. What's that song? Hippie. Is that what they say? Hippie Hippie Shake? They're not shaving, they're shaking.
Okay. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
There's a montage to them getting better at baseball because of the Angels.
Oh, good old Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. But that movie's not very spooky. Even there are Halloween costumes in it. People are dressed as angels. 2 boys are dressed as orphan for the entire movie.
What could possibly be the twist in Spooky Buddies? The dogs were dead the whole time?
The dogs were dead the whole time. I did, of course, read other reviews when looking for this review. And most of them said the plot was ripped straight out of Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
The buddies need to take down an evil witch.
So they're humans, aren't they?
No. I think they're buddies the whole time.
Okay. No, I don't know.
It's time to meet the buddies, according to this trailer on IMDb.
Okay.
Oh, that's the thing about the buddies movies. That's
they animate
right.
The dog. They talk.
They talk. Not like the bud we know.
No.
Was mute.
Classic.
Apparently his spawn, they evolved, gained more supernatural powers.
That's what happens when you feed a dog chocolate pudding. Its offspring are just wrecked.
Careful. People think feeding their dog chocolate pudding will make their puppies talk. There's going to be a lot of people.
Dogs aren't supposed to have chocolate.
If it makes their kids talk, that monetarily wise, you can't argue with that.
Call
right?
up Disney. Yeah, say I've got some child actors, some dog actors for you.
Some actors. Or call the news. Call TikTok.
You won't believe what I got. These dogs can talk.
If you buy, look at my talking dog, if you buy fucking Biscuit Triscuits or whichever one of you bastards sponsor me first, your dog can talk too. That's what I'd be doing. Just lying for money. Oh, I got a dog who can talk? Let me lie. That would be my first thought.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
They won't be sleeping. They'll be up fucking working, making TikToks around the clock.
Making money for daddy.
I'd buy them good stuff. They'd have the nicest little doji beds. They'd have a little space heater in their area. I know dojis like it to be warm. They would be my buddies. They would just be buddies that work really hard.
Yeah, yep. That's the movie that needs to be made. Working buddies.
Working buddies. They all got different little blue-collar outfits.
Oh, yes. What?
Like the village people.
One of them's got the little accountant visor on. Darn it, Speckles. You keep back. Run the numbers again. Ugh.
Holy shit. I was just wondering, I wonder what the latest Buddies movie is.
Space Buddies? What is it?
Space Buddies, bro. How'd you know?
I knew they did Super Buddies. I don't know if I've seen Space Buddies somewhere, but my goodness. That, ugh.
These buddies go to space.
Let it die.
It's still making money.
I guess so.
You don't got to pay real actors for this. They have got to be so cheap to make.
Maybe
the leads are all dogs.
And then you get some has-been actor to make weird faces, and you feel sorry for him.
Yeah, and you get some poor animation students who got nothing better going on to
animate those dang dog jowls.
Dude, how many dog jowls you gotta animate before you go crazy? Before you take a real look at your life?
I mean, I see a couple frames of a Buddies commercial, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. I don't need any more. Can't imagine that being my work. Speaking of, I can't imagine it being my work. I have a Google review of a McDonald's. This is written by Sarah Keller. Sarah writes, "Terrible place. They harassed me. My Halloween costume happened to be a McDonald's worker with teased hair and Halloween makeup. And as I walked in, they stared at me and talked about me. I went in the playland with my 3 friends, and we got kicked out for no reason. I should be a respected customer, not something put out in the dumpster where their food should be."
Why are you eating there?
I wouldn't go there if that is the last thing I did. Please don't go to this McDonald's. They don't treat you like a valued customer. I should be able to wear what I want without being harassed, even by the manager. 1 star.
If you are old enough to write a review on the internet, you are too old to be in the play place. Don't be a degenerate. Just
it's like,
quit bugging those employees.
Come on. Just that. I went with my 3 friends to the play place, and they got upset. Like, excuse
They're
me.
probably what? 14, 15 in the ball pit?
Yeah.
And their stupid outfits.
Get out of there. That's the other thing.
My hair was teased. How could they bother me?
It's a costume that I'm a McDonald's employee. Why are you looking at me? It's like going to the police station dressed as a cop.
They're all looking at me. They're all taking notes.
They're talking about me. This is unreal.
They're throwing me on the ground. They're arresting me. They're handcuffing me.
I'll never come back to this place.
My hair was teased. You could tell I wasn't a cop.
I had Halloween makeup on.
I had the Halloween
I don't even know what
that's.
Is it supposed to be like blood? What does that mean?
I think it's just regular makeup, but she was on Halloween the whole time.
Yeah. It's from my different makeup palette.
I did this makeup on Halloween. It's Halloween makeup.
I don't. What's the thought process? Is there a thought process?
To be an annoying teenager.
Yeah, I get that.
Guys, wouldn't it be funny if we went into McDonald's while I was in my McDonald's Halloween costume? I'm like, that would be a riot.
Then we just chill out.
And someone's like, hey, you can't wear that in here. Oh my god! I can wear. Just screaming, just Halloween screaming.
I mean, hey, I don't know what's more fun than going to Target wearing a red shirt. You know what I mean?
That's a fucking nightmare, dude. Do you work here? No. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, I made the mistake. I was getting my car serviced one time, and I had came from work, and I was wearing shirt and tie, with khaki pants, and I had a black fleece zip up. And being the creative person that I am, I think I had like a little pocket notebook that I don't know, I thought I was going to write sketch or funny ideas in. But someone's like, can you shut me? Oh, no, I do not. I may look like I work here. I could talk. I could improvise something for you and tell you about the Tiguan over here. But no, I don't think they'd appreciate it if I pretended to be a staff person here. Because most businesses don't like that thing.
Yeah, I bet this kid was like fucking shitting and pissing in the ball pit. I work at McDonald's, screaming, I work at McDonald's.
This place is dirty. Oh my goodness.
Just causing anarchy in the place and getting pissed when you get asked to leave.
But I was a teenager too, so
I never peed in any ball pits when I was a teenager, like this person allegedly did.
Allegedly.
I have taken a break, though.
Me too.
Spooky.
Take a trip with me, tell me what you see, staying out till the streetlights turn.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, werewolves and ghouls, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Great Reviews in History.
Werewolf.
I seriously almost did do Wolfman, but
Well, we wouldn't need a third one and a moon, and then we would have been a just review meme.
that would have been great.
Retired.
I mean the review. Because what I have today are newspaper reviews for none other than Frankenstein. The OG movie, anyway.
The schmovie.
The schmovie. The film.
The schmovie. The schfilm. Not the schnovel.
Well, honestly, when you go back to this era, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, movie, quote, reviews aren't as much of a popular thing in the newspaper. A lot of them are like, do you know what a movie is? Let me tell you the plot of this one, almost word for word.
Uh-huh.
So I've got a handful.
You ever seen one of those moving pictures before?
One of them talkies, huh?
This one had a guy, big forehead.
Yeah, seriously, this first one, I'm gonna just read snippets of most of these, just to get the good juice. Because this first one, he goes on to like compare Frankenstein to the United States and society, which is an interesting analysis. But bro,
English majors always be the same, dude. That's all.
Yeah. In any case, let's get on with the show. This is from the June 16th, 1932 edition of the Fairfield Auxiliary, Fairfield, Nebraska. This is heading Frankenstein by William M. Peebler. He writes from the Editor's Gazette. I think this is like letters he continually sent, something like that. Mr. Peebler writes, as I had partly prepared several other letters before leaving California, and have the data stored away in my mind, and thinking it might be interesting to your readers, with your permission, I will set down some of my recollections and experiences. We were several miles out of the main city, but I went down once or twice a week. While there, and did real money to spend than had I don't know what that sentence means. And following that up for several hours, the sidewalks seemed to get harder and harder. So to rest sometimes, I climbed a hill several blocks away. Why are you climbing a hill to rest, my dude? To the public library to get a glimpse of old Nebraska through the columns of the World Herald. If I didn't do that, I would drop into a talkie movie. And on one occasion, I went in to see the dramatization of Mrs. Shelley's Frankenstein. Perhaps some of you readers have not read the book, so I will give a little idea of its gruesomeness. I have always thought she dreamed the plot after having supped on kraut and weenies. And then the dude literally goes on to like tell the whole plot. So we're gonna leave him at kraut and weenies. To be looked at some other time.
Let me describe to you the circumstance for which I may partake in enjoying of a talkie. First, Nebraska.
Yeah, his letter is all about Frankenstein, but he takes a while to get there. Let's see here. This is from the January 9th, 1932 edition of the Moberly Monitor Index from Moberly, Missouri. Frankenstein to provide horror and thrills at Fox Grand Theater tomorrow. Packed to the brim with thrills and called by experts the most original film ever to reach the screen, which... Sidebar, it must have been great to be in Hollywood at that time because everything was like, that's a dang original. How did they come up with that plot? It's so new and exciting.
I mean, when Frankenstein came out, people, I'm sure, had never seen anything like that shit.
No.
That was probably making people go crazy.
This review should go on to touch on that note. Universal's eerie Frankenstein will make its debut at the Fox Grand Theater. It will remain 3 days. The extraordinary story of a young scientist who brought a human monster to life through weird electrical mechanisms and surgery is based on the...
You guys see those electrical mechanisms?
It's so weird. Based on the fantastic 18th century narrative by Mary Shelley. Karloff, in his characterization of the man-monster, is reported to wear makeup weighing 48 pounds in itself. Colin Clive of Journey's End fame was brought expressly from London to enact the scientist, and Dwight Fry of Dracula plays the important dwarf of the picture. Right. At least he's important, though.
that poor legendary actor. Genre-defining performances.
Arch man-made fiends, life-breathing electrical machines, dangling bodies, human skeletons, ghouls, and wicked hunchbacks all have their sinister places in this shivery, eerie, and ghostly daddy of all thrill films. Frankenstein. The weak-nerved patrons are warned to stay home.
Yes.
Right. Here, from the January 4th, 1932, Decatur Daily, Decatur, Alabama. Where are those money lines? Last year, Carl Lammel Jr. flew in the face of Providence, as it were, and made Dracula. Every other company had rejected it because they didn't believe that a horror picture could possibly succeed.
Those fucking idiots, dude. Idiots. How much money did Dracula make? Infinite money for those times, I'm sure.
Was frankly and thoroughly a horror picture, but it shattered box office records and stood the industry on its astounded head.
There we go.
Such a success as Dracula proved could result in one but thing. A story that would go it one better. The Universal Story Department went into a huddle, and Frankenstein, the remarkable story of a man who created a soulless monster bit by bit from graveyards, dissecting rooms, and gibbets, was the result. As a story, it had much more romance, much more suspense than Dracula had, and these are the elements which are highly desirable in any moving picture. Is there any more interesting there? I don't think so. I think
that's a good little recap of how people probably felt about it when it came out. Like,
yeah,
okay, that Dracula was cool, but here's Dracula with an actual story going on.
Yeah.
That shit's even crazier.
I've got two more. This is from the January 23rd, 1932, The Cushing Daily Citizen. Frankenstein opens today at local preview. Boris Karloff establishes himself as delineator of weird roles as the monster. Ain't that high praise. Restrained portrayal. Character made more formidable by simplicity of makeup, gesture, and voice. If Universal's production of Frankenstein does nothing else, it establishes Boris Karloff as the one important candidate who has arisen for the mantle of the late Lon Chaney as delineator of weird and grotesque roles. Somebody gotta do it, I guess. Because of his restraint, his intelligent simplicity of gesture, carriage, voice, and makeup, Karloff has truly created a Frankenstein monster. Had he yielded to the temptation to melodramatize, that's a word, as the opportunity offered, the character would have been far less formidable, horrible, terrible, and a lot of other ibbles, which might be added.
This guy's got jokes. This guy would do real well in 2022.
Karloff has done with some excellent work in other pictures, though usually in minor roles. This was his big opportunity, and whether you like the picture or not, you won't deny his efficacy. This latest of the, quote, horror films will be shown tonight. Frankenstein is a thriller, make no mistake. Women come out trembling, men exhausted. According to reports from cities where the picture has been shown. Then it goes on to talk about the production details. And that one hinted at what this last one will certainly drive home.
Dude, just imagine coming out of the movie theater fucking, my God. They're stricken with exhaustion.
I can't walk, Jeremiah.
Like they just got put through the fucking ringer sitting in the movie theater.
Call us a taxi cab. Post haste. Finally, we have January 4th, 1932, a page from the Waukegan News-Sun.
Let's go.
My own homework town newspaper.
Waukegan.
Yeah, good old Illinois. At the Genesee Theater itself, a stone's throw from where I work. This one, my goodness. It is midnight. Working nervously in his private laboratory is Dr. Frankenstein, a brilliant, half-crazed scientist. Anxiously, he watches a huge, prostrate body on the table before him. Suddenly, Frankenstein throws an electric switch, and sparks fly out of the figure. Its eyes open. Its grotesque arms rise high into the air. Its whole gigantic body slowly is drawn to its imposing, terrifying height. Dr. Frankenstein steps back hesitatingly, his eyes glued on the monster man now standing ominously before him. With an hysterical scream, Frankenstein shouts wildly, "I have done it! I have accomplished what no man has dared to dream! I have made a man with my own hands and my own brain!" Such is the weird, uncanny, always fascinating theme of the new Universal melodrama, Frankenstein, which opened a 3-day engagement at the Genesee Theater last night. Be prepared for the unusual, for Frankenstein is already being acclaimed as even more thrilling entertainment than the recent Dracula.
No.
This picture is not recommended for children. It is too ghastly. It just ends.
That's amazing. That was a great one.
There is a nice little ad next to it. 5,000 dared to see it yesterday. The monster breaks loose. Created by science in defiance of God, a sin against nature. Shuddery drama that out-Dracula's Dracula. Frankenstein, the man who made a monster. Universal's uncanny, awesome, astounding thrill picture. And literally below that, no children's price, adults only. So they're like, it's really too ghastly for children.
That's really
we won't take their money.
Dude. That's like when roller coasters are like, yeah, if you're a pregnant lady, you can't sit in the back seat because you'll die.
What's that, dude? You got a kidney stone? Get in there. It'll get lost loose.
There's too many G's in the. If you're under 150 pounds, you can't sit in the top seat because there's too many G's. You'll be ripped apart.
Yeah, your gooch, it'll split right up.
You'll be nothing but gooch meat left, dude, and a big pile in the back.
That's what Frankenstein forgot. He didn't pay attention to find a good source of undead gooch.
With that, I think we shall leave. Thank you for the great review of history. Frankenstein, huh?
That's Frankenstein. Oh,
That's funny stuff. You know what else is funny stuff?
what's that?
These reviews I found for Sarah's Candy Factory candy corn in a jar. 3 pounds of corned candy here. Reading these reviews, I couldn't bring this one. Like a jar of candy corn, you at least are taking a handful. We'll start with Kathleen. Title their review, Candy Corn. They write, just what I wanted, 5 stars.
I hope so.
Natalie Meyer titles their review, Yum and Plenty. They write, so much yumminess in a jar, 5 stars.
God, get a hold of yourself.
Susan E. Rose titles their review, Tasty and Not Many Broken. They write, used for making Halloween crack and worked great, 5 stars.
Okay, that in context, that sounds horrifying. I think it's some sweet and salty and delicious snack, I am sure.
I think she made cocaine with candy corn in it.
If so, hey,
A
let me
little
where I
creaminess on the snort, you know what I mean?
Hey, all right.
Hey, all right. It
They
says
call
Jerry
it nose
L.
candy, right?
Oh, yeah. Jerry L. Edwards. Delicious and hardly any broken pieces. She writes, this is the best candy corn I have bought online. Last year I bought a different brand, and about a third of the kernels were broken, and they were smaller pieces. These are the right size. They are fresh, and I wouldn't even know there were any broken pieces at all, except that I can see a very few pieces of the white tips when I transferred to my candy jar. 5 stars.
I wouldn't know there was a problem unless I couldn't see the problem. I'm sure, though, because it's in a jar, you get a lot less, like, jostling. You get a bag of the Brock's candy corn or whatever. There's a lot of jostling. You
Those things
bust
are going
your
through the
tips.
damn ringer as they travel across the United States.
Like a stone tumbler. If it's in a jar, though, locked tight.
Locked in, baby. Nay, a vibration.
Minor
Shakes
settling.
through those.
That's what I say.
Yeah, they're just settling, compacting. Stewing, so to speak. Fermenting. What really sends me reeling about that last review is the statement, this is the best candy corn I have bought online. Full stop. This implies a serious amount of online candy corn purchases.
A lot of trial and error, for sure. To get to this point, it's been a journey.
Right. You know, Edison found 100 ways not to make a light bulb.
Yeah, before he finally cracked that nut.
Yeah. Before he finally candied that corn, baby.
Uh-huh.
That's the noise Edison made when he lit up that bulb. He thought of Tesla pouring alone, and he laughed.
That man's gonna go insane.
Yeah, so that's candy corn. I was like, I gotta include some candy. Bring some levity to the spookiness.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
I'm glad candy corn. I found my way to Sarah's Candy Factory candy corn.
Sounds good.
Looks, I mean, I don't know. I'll have like 3 pieces of candy corn this year and be like, that's enough.
All right, yeah. It's just sugar, so yeah.
She's going to have 3 pounds of candy corn and say, well, time to re-up that order.
Yes, and it's not broken either.
Oh, there is a subscription service to this.
Ooh, I mean, for the savings, you gotta do it, right?
Matt, every 1 month is the most common.
Okay.
Re-up.
People have an issue then. People have an issue.
They got options for 5, 6, 7 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. The most popular option is 3 pounds of candy corn a month moving through that system, brother.
No. I like candy corn, but no.
I can't even imagine, dude.
Oh, I don't wanna.
I mean, it's not quite a pound of candy corn a week, but it's too
That's when you
close
take
for
a week
comfort.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, you spend the last week fiending, rationing what little candy corn you have left,
All those broken pieces.
scratching your neck and watching the window for the delivery.
Where the heck's that Amazon guy?
Because you can't put it to 3 weeks. That would be absurd.
That's insane.
That would be embarrassing. Do you have a review?
I do. This is a Google review for the Morton Pumpkin Festival. For those of you who don't know, if you eat Libby's canned pumpkin, it comes from Morton, Illinois. You're welcome.
Shut, idiot.
And I guess since they're so hot doggers for pumpkins, they have a pumpkin festival. This is a Google review written by Layla Ididot. Layla writes very stream of consciousness, so I had to put in my own punctuation. Layla writes, "Get this from a kid who has many experience with going there. So, from my perspective, it is truly one of the best festivals you will find. Their rides are entertaining, the staff are great people, and their little shops are definitely great. The prices for tickets aren't terribly bad, and you might think, well, it's not bad for you since you're still 13 and don't have to pay. But I do pay, and it's not that bad. Overall, they definitely deserve a 5 out of 5. 5 stars."
Straight from the horse's mouth, bro. How can you argue with that?
She told, how'd you know I was going to call you out on being a 13-year-old, though?
She's ahead of the game, dude.
Saw right through us boomers. I'm not going to go to that. It's too expensive. All these kids there, they don't have to pay.
She said, I'm going to take what I am and I'm going to wear it as an armor. And then you can never use it against me.
This is my badge of honor. I'm a 13-year-old.
My badge of
Like the level of attitude there. Excuse me, but I do pay for myself. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I pay for myself with the money I got from my dad, so shut the fuck
And
up,
it's
boomer.
not that bad, so you can stop your complaining.
Not even that bad. That's why I tell my dad, Dad, it's not that bad for a day in the patch. You carve any pumpkins yet?
I did not carve any. I have a pumpkin that is carved that I got from the wedding of Eric and Jennifer.
Woo!
They did it. They made it through the wedding, and they had a lovely little jack-o'-lantern send-off at the end of the night. And
Wow, that's true. An October wedding is very. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. That is very unique.
I came home with a jack-o'-lantern, a white pumpkin, uncarved, 2 little tiny gourd pumpkins, uncarved, and a big old tray of sweet potatoes. I'm slowly eating them.
One. Eat them too quick, you don't have to get on the Amazon resubscribe for tray of sheet potato or sweet potato.
I'd really like them every 3 weeks, but dang, if I'm going to be one of those people. Pissing in line and
After
eating.
1 month, in parentheses, they have most common. After 3 weeks, they should have not embarrassing. Just to reassure you.
It's okay.
The box will be
judgment.
unmarked, and no one will even know.
Yeah.
Robots put the package together.
Discreet shipping. Let's wait. If that Amazon dude, if it was in a bag, you'd be able to feel them sloshing around in there.
Sure.
Be like, oh, I feel this. Even if it's in the Amazon flat pack shipper, and I can feel what candy corn feels like moving around. If it's
At a brisk touch, at a simple swathing of the corn, I know it's candy.
that's what it is. You put that stuff in a jar, you can't detect it.
No, that could be healthy
I got
wasabi
vitamins.
peas.
They're getting
bouncing
vitamins
around.
every month. 3 pounds of vitamins.
3 pounds of vitamins down the hatch. Now there's something we can get behind.
Yeah, honestly. All at once.
I mean, my vitamins for the month, honey. Don't come in. It gets ugly.
That would be bad. You just take a dump of solid minerals.
It comes out in the shape of the jar. A Flintstones vitamin Technicolor. A stalactite in your toilet.
If that's not scary, I don't know what is.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's the episode. Thanks for listening, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
If you're listening to this episode on release, there is a lovely cushion before Halloween, but if we release it next week, then it would be the day after. Wouldn't that be awful?
Yeah. I might have a couple straggler reviews that fall in that one, but hey,
That's fine.
if you don't like it, I don't know, tell us to do something else.
Yeah, talk
Coward.
to us. Coward. Do it aggressively, and then we'll feature you
Honestly,
on the show.
All these reviews were written by people just like you, so I assume you think you're better than most people. So get out there and write some reviews, preferably for our podcast, right?
Yeah, 5 stars for all of them. If you want to listen to some new stuff to give 5 stars to, we got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right, hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to send us a funny review that someone else wrote, or that you wrote. Some people send in reviews they wrote. They're crazy. Reviewparty.com@gmail.com. You know what to do. Leave a name so we can throw you some credit.
If you want to reach out to us in some other manner, and also get some content the same way, if you do, you can find us at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok. When I tell you there is content there, I mean there is content there. Sweet, juicy potato trays full of content. As well as on Twitter.
The JPTs. I can't even say it. JPTs, dude. Juicy potato trays.
JPTs all day. Also on Twitter at ReviewPartyPod. And if you thought we had a website, you were right. It's reviewparty.com. You can find episodes. You can find blog posts. You can find the shop. Coming to a shop near you, trays of sweet potatoes. I hope. Maybe not. But why don't you go check there and see if I'm lying or not? I dare you. You know what you should also check out?
The Spotify. Nosebleeds, one word. You've heard their song "Bread for Breakfast" throughout the episode. Good song, right? Yeah. You can hear some more good songs. By Nosebleeds, one word. Search them on Spotify. They got a bunch of songs you can listen to. Maybe one is your theme song and you just don't know it yet.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I got a haunted finisher here.
Oh.
That is a pun, because this is an Amazon review for the book Haunted, a novel by Chuck Palahniuk. Matt and I have sweet, sweet dorm room memories of this book.
I am slightly concerned.
I read it to, I think, you, Joe, and Paul. I think we had a little story time together.
Yeah.
It was the one about the guts. But
Yep.
this is for the whole book. It's by Lillian G. They title it Very Weird, Macabre. You say macabre, right? Not macabre.
Yeah. Macabre.
Macabre.
Just like my corn on the cob, macabre.
My corn on the cabaret. They write, these stories... These stories are sad. If people thinking only if death as a way to glory, to be the last one standing watching the killing of others playing a game. Sadly, this book is depressing and not enjoyable. To realize this may be the future of mankind. 4 stars.
What in the world?